let's review this then. It's a Beko DCX93150W 9 kilo condenser tumble dryer with a B energy rating as standard on all condenser dryers. Right, just a couple of things to note. It has its standard width from here to here, 59.5 centimeters, that's no different, and a standard height of 85 centimeters. But the overall depth, just for the cabinet alone, not excluding this door, is 61 centimeters. So just be aware of that. Now, it's 61 centimeters on the 9 kilo and 10 kilo models. If you have an 8 kilo or 7 kilo, it's only 54 centimeters depth. And that's because on the 9 and 10, it gets a bigger drum. Push this button, and you have your condenser there. To remove your condenser, you've got an unlock symbol here and a lock symbol there. So if you move this up to unlock and that to unlock, and you can pull it out and clean your condenser. Give the bottom door a little bit of a slam when you're closing it. Right, our water tank is here. You pull it out, go to a sink, and then just tip it, and everything will come out here. There is a little filter here that catches odd bits of fluff that may come up from inside the machine. Right, to turn the machine on, we press the on and off button, which this one has missing. Now, just a bit of a story with this. This is for somebody I know. They still have the on-off button, so they've not lost it. I've had to replace the casing, which the whole control board sits in, because that had all snapped away, presumably from pushing the buttons way too hard. That's the only way it's going to break. Right, this machine has 16 programs to choose from. Right, Cotton Eco is your energy program for this machine. So it will dry your clothes fully dry to the bare minimum. So it's just ever the completely dry, just about. Cotton's iron dry will dry your cotton laundry. Now you can put to obviously 9 kilo in this for its maximum load. You'll dry its cotton laundry up to a point where it's still a little bit damp. So you take it out and then you iron it. The heat from the iron should then remove most of that moisture again. Cotton's cupboard dry goes to basically the Eco Dry and dries ever so slightly more. It's basically the same program, only slightly longer, and of course that means you take everything out and it's ready to go in the cupboard. Cotton's Extra Dry is more for those with multi-layered fabrics within them, so like hems and stuff like, say like my jeans here for example. You've got multi layers, which whilst drying, if you put it on say the normal Eco Dry, it won't fully dry everything. Extra Dry will solve that problem. Synthetics Dry still dries at a high heat, but it only allows you to dry a half load of 4 kilo. You've got 2 settings, iron dry and cupboard dry. However, with synthetics programs, you may find that clothes come out damp still because of how the sensor is designed. Synthetics aren't actually designed to be fully dried within the first go of the machine. I suspect that cupboard dry, you put the stuff in and then you take it out, it's still slightly damp, and then the natural heat within the fabrics should take the rest of the moisture out. Delicates allows 2 kilo of delicate spun laundry, spun at 600 RPM, that is allowed to be tumble dried, but at a low heat, and takes just 40 Freshen up is 10 minutes of cold air just to blow through your clothes to freshen them up. I don't really know why you would actually use this program, to be honest, because to be honest, one of the best ways to kind of freshen stuff up is actually with a little bit of heat. Right, then we've got time programs of 60 minutes, 40 minutes, 20 minutes, and 10 minutes. It all dries at the standard higher temperature as you would do on cottons and synthetics. Although to be fair, that's not that particular, it's not incredibly hot, so it's not going to shrink your clothes. Sport program dries at a slightly lower temperature than cottons, but allows 4 kilos of basically synthetic sport laundry that is labelled tumble dryable to be dried on this program. Shirts 15-minute program allows 0.5 kilos of shirts to be dried in 15 minutes to basically an iron dry kind of level. The shirts are going to come out damp still at 0.5 kilo, but the shirts programs from the actual washing machines are made for 2 kilos, so that means you're going to have to split load 4 times. Yeah, why just make it like a 2 kilo load and then just let it dry for an hour? Never mind. Baby Protect is a 70-minute program that allows you to dry 3 kilo of baby laundry at a high temperature. The high temperature means that the protect bit of the baby means that it will get rid of most bacteria by killing it through heat, residual heat. Jeans allows half a load of denim jeans to be fully dried in 80 minutes. I suspect this is basically cotton's extra dry because it's exactly half the time of cotton's extra dry. Just saying. But yeah. Right. All the programs come with a buzzer option, so you can turn the beeper off. And they all come with time delay. But it looks like it has an ending in rather than the starting. So just to give you an example, if I go to 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, but I want it to end in 8 hours time, I just press ending in until it gets to 8 hours. Okay, I've gone past an hour there, but you get the idea. And then if I press start, now on 9 hours, after 8 hours, the 60 minutes of drying will commence. And after 9 hours, the cycle should be completed. Right, and then finally, we've also got start pause. Show that in a minute. Right, when we press start, it will start from the bottom here. So press start and you instantly go to drying. It will stay there till close iron dry, and then it will move to cupboard dry, and then it moves to end. But it depends how the dial has been set and what program it's been set on. So for example, if you put it on, say, cotton's extra dry, it will go from drying, then light iron, then light cupboard, and stay there until the cycle finishes. Even when it goes through cool down, it will stay at cupboard dry. But likewise, if I go on, say, iron dry, it will go on drying first, and then will flick to iron dry when it goes on this cool down section of the program. If I say cotton's eco, it will go to drying first, then to iron, and then we'll flip to cupboard when it goes on cool down. So it all depends on what program you select. At the end here, we've got this little icon. That means auto anti-crease, and it will do it for hours until you open the door. Now you can interrupt it. You can either turn the machine off manually, or you can open the door, but after a couple of hours it will just go off automatically by itself. Right, so open our door. The door handle is integrated here. Pull it and the door swings open. It is possible to change the door handle position, and obviously likewise by doing so, you can also change whether the door opens from left or right. It is possible to do that. I should do a video on that one day. Inside, we have a drum light at the top, lighting our drum. We've even got a special pattern drum. Our filter sits at the front here. It's a rather big filter, which I'll show at the end of this demonstration cycle. I'm just going to select cotton's cover dry. Start. results then. Oh, so let's take a look then. Our new seal's actually sat in now perfectly. After having the door closed on it. So it actually needs... Right. So all these are now perfectly dry. Excellent. Go empty that. Now, what to give this out of 10 then? Well, it's going to get... Well, the thing is, it's got that 9 kilogram drying capacity along with a proper size drum accommodate the 9 kilo load. That's a good thing. The sensor drying works well, so long as the fluff doesn't build up behind the sensor. And the other thing is, you've got a good selection of programs without going overboard either. It's not too bad then. You've even got time drying, 60 minute, 40 minute, 20 minutes. It's not overcomplicated. I actually do like the slightly smoked door, but you can still kind of see into it, so it's fine. Drawers, not really changed. And the condenser is still pretty good for a cheap machine. Right. Downsides, I do think build quality is going down. Reliability is kind of staying the same now. There's two different elements there, so it should last just as long as the older Bekos from the past. But like I said, the cheapness is going down, so things are breaking a bit more quick. You know, physical things like the buttons, like that. Basically, the board the case for the board is breaking quite easily, because it's not just that one that's broke, it's the washer's also broke, you know, that case it sits in. And this is on the new stuff. I've never seen it on the older stuff do that, yet they all have cases that they sit in. Anyway, now enough ranting then. I'm going to give this 8 out of 10. So not bad overall then, I suppose. Right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you again in another video. See you soon.